Welcome back. The population of Appleton is about to explode, at least for the next 4 days. This is a look at the final preparations being made today for Mile 12 of Mile of Music. The free music festival begins tomorrow, runs through Sunday in venues around the city. This draws artists and patrons from around the state and beyond. And this year, the festival begins a month after receiving some major publicity. And we welcome in Kim Mouthy from the Mile of Music team. And before we talk Mile 12, Kim, let's talk a little bit about the documentary. Let's turn you into a film critic, not a music person right now. Thumbs up or thumbs down for the PBS documentary about Mile of Music that was released last month?
Oh man, I would say, well, I only have two thumbs, so two thumbs up. We were really, really happy with how it turned out. The PBS Wisconsin team always does a great job with their programming, and we were happy to see that this was no exception.
Well, we had the PBS documentary team on right before the documentary came out, so it was really fascinating to learn how they did this all last year to cover something that's so expansive. I'm curious what you guys think the impact of that documentary will be on this year's event, maybe in terms of attendance.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see that as well. Actually, the day after the documentary came out, we received a couple messages and emails just asking some more logistical questions of people that wanted to come and attend. So that was really cool. We got an email from somebody from the UP saying, my wife and I watched it. We decided to book a hotel, where do I park, all those sorts of things. So that was really cool to kind of see that immediate impact. And I'm pretty certain that that person is not the only one that did that.
What about from the talent perspective? Obviously, this year it was a little close to the event to maybe impact talent that might want to come and perform. Do you think that could have some long-term benefits for you in that regard?
I do think it will. That's a great question. I think especially when you're looking at the statewide audience, we have so many great Wisconsin artists, and I think
Sure.
that have heard about this festival, and have also been here, but hopefully will, be interested in the future or interested in coming to Appleton throughout the year as well.
All right, let's talk specifically now Mile 12. You guys have teased some changes this year, some new enhancements. Where do we begin on that? What are you excited about?
Gosh, well, I'm excited about the weather forecast first and foremost, but hopefully that stays true, or of course prepared if it does not. But looking forward to that, and obviously just having everybody come down and enjoy the downtown Appleton community. We are doing one of the enhancements that you talked about was our new POS system. So it's called Intelitix, and basically at Jones Park, Houdini Plaza, and Lawrence Lawn, which are the three main stages that Mile of Music controls, we will not be accepting cash. However, we do have cash to card systems. So you can still, load cash onto essentially what is a temporary debit card to be able to use cash at those locations. That said, cash will still be accepted at the majority, if not all, of our other venues, and artist merch and food vendors. Again, every vendor is different. So, but as a blanket, those three venues will be the ones that have the new POS system.
All right, so for those that are hearing about this maybe for the first time, this where they can go get the card, they don't go up to the counter where the POS actually is. Is that like a separate kiosk, if you will? Should they be looking for those in those three locations?
Yes, so we will have what we're calling top-up stations, and you'll be able to, essentially it's a reverse ATM, so you're putting money in, you're getting a card back. That's just kind of the easiest way I've found to explain it. We will have people available if you need help with that. I would recommend only putting the amount of cash that you would like to put on there, because you won't be able to reverse it. You won't be able
Once
to
it's in, it's never coming back?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there is that. Any other enhancements that people should be aware of? Anything new? Usually the app is really good to keep track of everything, and I'm sure that's still the case.
Yeah, the app is always a great resource, especially when you're at the festival, rather than pulling up, various websites on your phone. So the app is a great one-stop shop. It's super user-friendly. I know some people are a little weary of downloading, another app, but it really is useful for the weekend. We also send out push notifications. So if anything does change, it'll all be reflected in there, both through push notifications and we make real-time updates as well.
That really is the best way to navigate this living, breathing thing that goes for 4 days. And we talk
Yes.
about the numbers all the time. They're close to 700 performances or whatever your number is going to be this year. You're talking 200 plus artists, somewhere in that range. That all screams success, that it's a massive event and everybody loves to go attend it. I'm curious, from your perspective, the team's perspective, how do you measure success for this?
I think there's a number of ways. Of course, financially, that has always been our biggest challenge, full transparency, because this is a free to attend event, but that does not mean it's free to produce. And just with everything else, things have gotten more expensive over
Sure.
the years. We do pay all of our artists, so those fees are taken into account. We also provide lodging for the artists that need lodging. So there's a lot of funding opportunities in there that we have, corporate sponsors, individual donors through our nonprofit. We have some subscribers throughout the year. It's kind of a big puzzle to make that portion of it work. But so that of course is something that we look at the end of each year. We look at attendance too, and then we also talk with all the venues at the end of each festival to kind of see how things went for them. And, if we don't have a lot of issues, that is successful to us as well.
All right. Well, as you mentioned at the outset, the weather forecast should aid in some of this for sure, because it certainly looks like it's going to be a terrific weekend. We hope it's a terrific weekend in music. Kim, thanks so much. Good luck with it.
Thank you.